Hi, we are going to learn making a very fancy and interesting effect where we'll have smoke kind of thing, and slowly this smoke will turn into a text or any kind of symbol you have. We will create this effect using the Maya Fluid. So for that, make sure that you are in the Dynamics menu set. So when you go in the Dynamics, there we have our fluid effects. So go in the fluid effects, and first we'll create a 2D container. So click on 2D container. So now here we have got our 2D container. So first I will go in the attributes of this container. So press Ctrl A and our attribute will get opened. How much detail you want in your fluid, you control it from the base resolution. Right now we can see our container is like this. I want to show you the voxels. So for that you scroll down in the display section. Here we have display, and there in the display you have boundary draw. It's outline only, so it's displaying only the outlines of the container. So we'll come in the boundary draw, and instead of outline I will change it to full. So when you change it to full, it will show you each and every voxel of your container. So currently we have this much voxels in our container. These voxels are just like pixels in your images. So you just think them like the pixels. So how much dense pixel you have, your picture will have that much more clarity. So to have more clarity, more clean picture, you will have to have more density of your voxels. So you can change the density. First we will show how much voxels we have, and now we'll go up, very much up in the attribute editor, and there we have the base resolution. You can see that this is the resolution of our container. Currently it is 40, it's very much low. So maybe I will crank it up. So maybe I will say 256. So now you can see we have quite much dense voxels. If I zoom in, you can see a lot of density. So I have the density to 256, and next we will come in the size. You can see here we have the size. This is X and this is Y. This is Z. When you are having 2D container, Z doesn't matter. So we are concerned only about the size of X and Y. So in the size of X, I will make it to 20. So now you can see we have 20 in X and 10 in Y. So this is the size of our container. And now if you see, we have this much density in our voxels. So now we are done with the resolution of our container. So let's again, I will change it to outline only. So we'll again come in display and boundary draw full. I will change it to outline again. So now I want to see only the outline, not the voxels. Next we'll have to apply our smoke or our pattern. So we'll create the pattern using the smoke. So now we'll come in our animation where we will have smoke, and that smoke will convert into some kind of text or pattern. It depends on your projects. So let's create our pattern. So for that, first I would like to show you how it is created. So you should select your container, go in the fluid effects, and there we have add edit contents. And in the add edit contents we have paint fluid tool. So now we'll paint fluid in our container. So click on the toolbox, option box. It will open up in the tool settings. So here we have got our paint fluid tool. So from here you can paint fluid in your container. So now I have the brush. So we are going to paint fluid in our container. So just brush. It's in the wireframe mode. So you can see the particles of the fluid. To see in shaded mode, just click on this button or press 5 on your keyboard. So you can see I will reduce the size of the brush. You can see I am painting fluid. Anything, any shape you want to, you can just paint. Here is the value, how much dense, how much transparent you want in your fluid. You change from the value. How much strong you want your fluid to be. So I am just showing you what is the paint fluid tool. We will not use it in this manner. So I will get back the value to 1, and I will get back the value to 0. I want to make my container clean. So value is 100%, 0 is nothing. So after taking 0, I will say flood. So now our container doesn't have any kind of fluid, it's completely 0. So we will not paint the fluid in our container. So instead of painting from the brush, I will get the value to 1. Instead of painting from the brush, I will use texture map for the pattern of our container. Let's give it 0 flood and take the value to 1 again. We call the texture from import section. You scroll down in your tool settings and there you will find import section, and there you have map name. For the texture, let's create the texture in Photoshop. So I will open up the Photoshop. So when you come in the Photoshop, let's create a new file, and I will just have it in pixels 1024 by 768. The bigger size you have, the better result you will get, and say OK. So now we have got this blank page. If we come back in Maya, so as we are painting, so whatever you paint, this is the white area and this is the black area. Wherever you will have black, it will have nothing. Wherever you will have white, it will have the fluid. So we'll come back in Photoshop, and for the whole container, suppose this is your whole container, so for the whole container I will have black color. Now we have the black color for our whole container. So whatever you want for the pattern of your fluid, you paint it with white. So for that, let's take white color, and I will make a text Maya Hunter. So this will be our fluid. Wherever you will have white, you will get your fluid. Wherever you will have black, you will get nothing. I want a very much bold font. Maybe this one. I want a bold, very much thick bold font. So for that I will take this. We will use this map for the fluid of our container. Wherever you have black, there is nothing. Wherever you have white, you will get your fluid. So now we have this. You can have anything, whatever kind of pattern or text you want, you can just create in white color. You can have a text, or you can have any kind of shape, doesn't matter. Maybe I will have this thing. So you can have text, you can have any kind of shape, you can have any kind of pattern. You are completely free. Any kind of texture you want, you can make. So you have so much variations. And now I will just save it in a JPEG format, because we want only black and white. So we do not need any transparency. So for that I will have a JPEG, because JPEG doesn't have any transparency. So say save as fluid map, and I will say JPEG and save. So now we have saved our texture map. So let's come back in Maya, and here we have some fluid. So I do not want anything, I want a blank container. So I will again give it the value of 0 and say flood. So it will flood 0 value all over our container, so we'll have nothing in the container. So get back the value 1. Now we'll come down, scroll down, and there we have our import. So there you have attribute map name, say import, and get to your texture. We have fluid map here. This is our map, say open. And now as you see, instead of a blank empty container, we have got our texture. So any kind of pattern you want to create, you can have that. So wherever we have black, we have nothing. Wherever we have white, we get our fluid. I will take the selection tool, and maybe I will increase some number of frames. So maybe I will have 250, and make sure you have playback every frame. So right click on the time slider, go in the playback speed, and make sure that you have play every frame. Play every frame is best for making dynamics animation. it calculates better when you are playing every frame. So let's come back onto frame 1 and play. So now we are getting this. So you can see whatever fluid we have in our container is 100% dynamic. It has animation. So we got our pattern using the image we created in Photoshop, and now if you play, you see that we have the fluid animation in our pattern. So currently what do we have? That our pattern, our texture is dissolved and it is moving up. So now let's change some more settings in our container so we can get some different kind of movement. I want that first the fluid should be downside, not upside. So for that we will have to change some settings in the container. So let's come on the attribute. So we'll press Ctrl A and come in the attribute editor. Let's come down, and now we'll control motion of the fluid. Currently when we play, it moves up. I want it should come down, it should not go up. So that is because of the gravity, which is by default applied to the container. So we will come down in our container attribute, and there in the dynamic simulation section you have gravity. Currently the gravity is 9.8. So instead of positive, I will change it to negative. So I will come say negative 9.8 and say enter. And now we have negative gravity, so it will not move up, instead it will fall down because we have given the negative value. So let's come on the frame 1 and play. So now you can see our fluid is falling down. So this is the thing we want, but I want to have our fluid here. So let's come here and boundary X, boundary Y, none. This is the boundary X, this is the boundary Y. So I will get back the boundary to both sides. So now our text is here and it falls down. So this is the motion we want. We have got our motion here. So we do not have any kind of boundary. So our fluid will be resting on the ground. So let's stop, and now we will give shades, we will give colors to our fluid. So for that I will come on the first frame, and now we will select our container. Make sure that you have selected it, fluid shape 1, and now we'll come in the shading section, display, and here we have shading. So in the shading you have transparency attribute. If we render, we can see we have this texture. I will keep it. I do not want much transparency in our fluid, so I will reduce it. I will reduce it to maybe value of 0.05, very less, and let's render. So our texture becomes bright. It was before, it is now. So I will have very less transparency of 0.05 only. So now we have changed the transparency. Let's come down to the color. So for the color, here you have selected color. You can click on this color and you can have any kind of color for your fluid. You can see you can have any color for your fluid. If you play, you will have this thing in your animation. So you can have any color. So for the color, maybe I will have a yellow color, and from here you can have gradient also. So maybe I will change it to look like fire. So click on this swatch, come to color, and this color I will change to maybe red. So now we have this fire kind of. So after having the color like this, I will come back to the incandescence and I will say it to gradient, and you can change your gradient also how much you want it. So maybe I will have this yellow color, this will be yellow, it's like this, and let's render what do we have. So you can have this kind of texture, or you can choose any color from incandescence, doesn't matter. And maybe I'll come back again in the shading section, and there we have glow also. I will give it some glow, so maybe 0.3, and let's render. So you will have glow also. Maybe I will reduce it to 0.2 only, like this. So now we are ready with our animation. Let's play, render. So we have this kind of nice pattern which will be converted into a text or a shape or a logo, anything. So you have lot of variation what kind of animation you want. You can have the text, you can have the logo, you can have any kind of pattern, you can have any kind of shape. If we play more, let's render. So now we are done with our animation. So just render your sequence. I assume that you know how to render image sequence in Maya. So go and render your image sequence in PNG. So I have rendered this scene. So next I will show you how to get it back. So you can see I have rendered one sequence. This is the image sequence of our fluid animation. So maybe I will open it with F-check. So here is one more animation I just created. I will say file and open animation, and click on smoke one and say open. So here is same kind of effect I created before. So just to show you how it's working, I am showing you this image. So this is the animation we have. I will stop it, we'll go on the last frame and play it in reverse. So this is the effect we get when we play it in reverse. When we use it in our animation or in our videos, we will play the whole image sequence in reverse. So we will get this kind of effect. If you play it in reverse, you will get this. So I assume that you know how to use an image sequence in reverse. Just take any editing software like Adobe Premiere, or there are a lot of softwares where you can call your image sequence and play that in reverse. So just do that. I assume that you know how to do this. It's not very complicated. Just go into any editing software, call your image sequence and play your whole sequence in reverse. So you will get your animation sequence like this. And please subscribe so you will be updated by all of my new tutorials. Thank you.